Alright, you tinkers, I'm Toastbloke, and I've been thinking, I can't keep calling this a farm base if it doesn't even have a farmhouse. So I'm going to build one. Let's get cracking. Chris Peacock here is hugely excited to be hanging out in his brand new crafting station. And why shouldn't he be? It's gorgeous. It's a huge upgrade on the last one. And the good news is I managed to move everything across. So our fabricator and our smithy and our chem bench are rammed to the brim. And I've even got loads of gunpowder, which is nice because we've got no ammo. And that was just made using the things I brought across from the other side. I also got out and farmed some metal and filled up the mammoth with wooden thatch, as you can see. And I got loads of stone on our Doedicurus, as you can see. And that is because the old crafting station is no more. I mean, we've got loads of room for activities. Little nod to Step Brothers there, what a film. And I need to build something in it, so I got prepped. Now, I mentioned in the last video that I would do something PvE. And this is a farm. So I thought we should build a farmhouse. So I jumped on Google, I typed in farmhouse, and I had a look at some pictures for reference. And I noticed a few common themes throughout. 1, they have pointy triangular roofs. 2, they have pointy triangular roofs on top of the pointy triangular roofs. And 3, they have extensions facing the other way, which also have triangular pointy roofs. So I'm going to build something with a triangular pointy roof or two. Now I need to get started by marking out the area, so I'm going to quickly craft up some thatch foundations. I will need some fibre, so let's grab that off the smithy. Got plenty, and then the wood and the thatch is over here, so I'll just grab a little bit of that, and let's see how many we can make right now. 20, that'll do. I'll get those crafted and I'll be right back. Now I need to work out where the base is going to be and what the layout of the base is going to be. So I'm going to get these thatch foundations because they're cheap. It doesn't matter if I lose them. And I'm just going to zigzag out here until I get to the edge. And I think that's as far out as I'm going to be able to go. I'm going to pick these ones back up, or maybe pick up a stone, just because it's pointless wasting them if I don't need to. But they've helped me find the position for the start of the base foundation area. And I just want to see how many foundations I can go across the top here before we run out of space. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not 11. Right, 10's nice though, that's even. But I'm noticing something that's really going to do my nutting. The grass is sticking through the top of here. Right, let's see if I can pick any of these up. That one obviously not. Yeah, plenty. We'll get these picked up because I'm going to want to raise these foundations. There's 2 reasons. 1 is to get rid of the grass poking through the floor. That always annoys us. But also, if the grass is poking through the floor, they're probably too low to be able to hide cables and also place refrigerators and the likes below the foundations to fit them in 1 square high. So, I need to craft up a couple of things to do the trick I'm going to do here. I want some pillars. Let's go for 4 just in case I make a mess of things. You only need 2, but we're doubling. And if that's the case, we're going to go for 6 roofs because we only need 3, but we're doubling. Not doubling as in Irish, just doubling as in multiplying by 2. Don't get confused. People think my accent's Irish. I don't know how. I'll take it though. I like the Irish. They're cool as hell. But yeah, let's get these crafted up, pop this stuff back on here, and head over to do this trick. Now, what this does is this raises a foundation by 2 increments, 2 steps, 2 intervals, whatever you like to call it. And the way you do it is you pop a foundation in there, roof on top. I like to go 2 ceilings across because then you don't get conflict from this foundation and pillar here. And you can just look down slightly enough to the side, and if you snap that in there, the pillar should stick out the top. Lovely. That will mean that any foundation you snap to that pillar is now raised by 2. So let's get this all picked up, save as much as we can, and I'm happy with it. That's a good start. Now we'll get rid of this foundation. We can easily find that by taking the foundation from the wall again. But we need to keep that one. We need to have a quick little drink. And then I want to repeat the process, but the opposite way now. Because I actually want to go 4 steps up. So, pillar, 2 ceilings across from the ceiling that's already on the pillar, and then snap down. Easy. And then I should be able to pop a foundation. No. Bad news and good news. We're not going to be able to do 10 across the top because that is too high. But at least we've got the height that we want. So we'll have to have a rethink of this. I wonder if we just take it down to maybe 8 across, since I can't get as many as I'd like, and I like to keep it even if I can. So we can get one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And does that leave a fairly even gap either side? I think it does. So that's dandy. We've got the height and we've got the placement. Now then, I wonder if I stick with thatch for a little while, because I'm going to have to figure out where I want this building to go and the shape of the building. Now I want to work with evens, and we've got 8 across here. I wonder if what I do though is this. That gives me 10 across at this point, which is what I wanted. And this could be like a balcony overlooking the edge, just the foundations. Could put a rail in there, and this will be where the base actually starts, which gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across here. I wonder if we go for 4 across. I'm basically going to make my design in the gap in this hole here. So let's go 4 across here. And then, like I said, farmhouses have extensions coming off. So maybe we go to the end there, and that gives us 2. We'll make that a 2 by 2, I think. And I wonder if we just repeat it the other side. Keep it symmetrical, have a bit of a cross. I think that's going to work. I'll craft up some more thatch foundations and we'll test that theory out. I'm back and I'm good to go. I'm trying to work out though if I think this is a little bit weird doing this playthrough style, but this is a playthrough and this is how ARK is. I'm going to have to take lots of trips backwards and forwards to get things crafted up. But like I said, I'm going to try, I guess, and mirror the opposite side of what I've just done to create the shape of the base inside of this section. Whoops. There we go. So it's a cross, and we've got a 4x4 and 2 2x2s. And I think that'll look pretty tidy. We might add other bits to the side, but for now, I guess I want to fill that in, and we may as well do stone. I did some quick maths, and it's probably wrong. I'm not very good at maths, but I figured I would need 24 stone foundations. So I've got those at the ready, and we're just going to place these in the gaps here, and that should give us the main base of our farmhouse build. Now it gets a little bit complicated after this, I guess, depending on what I decide to do, but I do want to keep this fairly small, fairly compact, but also looking like a farmhouse, which is going to be tricky. This won't be a base for dinosaurs, it's literally just for me to be in. But the next step is going to be to mark out the pillars. Now the reason you put pillars down first is because if you don't put pillars down first, you can't put them in later. We're halfway through the day and all I've done is craft. But we are making some progress, so hopefully we get quite a bit done before nightfall. I'm unsure we'll get it finished, although I'd love to. Now I'm going to use these because these allow us, as you saw with the wall, to snap pillars to the corners of foundations. And I'm just going to put these on each corner in a strategic location. Now, usually you can get away with popping one down and then all the pillars will snap to each of the other pillars. I don't like to do that. I like to add a few if I can. Purely because if you don't, what ends up happening is the pillars snap to each other, and if one breaks or that foundation breaks, everything comes down. So I do like to make sure that in most cases, at least the ones in the building, the hard to access ones, are all snapped to their own foundation. And I think that works quite nicely, so we'll go with that. Just going to get the pillars now and pop those on the corners. And this should start resembling some sort of building. I mean, it's not going to really, is it? It's got no walls, no roofs, no nothing really. But it feels a little bit more vertical is what I'm trying to say. And buildings usually a vertical. So this is nice. We're getting places. We're getting places. There we go. Now I guess my next step is going to be making sure there's walls between these. I could build the pillars up. I am going to want all of this to be too high. Should we do that first? Yeah, we'll do that. Another 20 minutes spent crafting pillars. Nah, not that long, but it feels like it. Let's just pop these on top of these ones. Now, I like to do each floor on each of my builds 2 walls high. For some reason, the devs decided, or somebody decided, to increase the size of the items in the game from their initial design by 3 times, I think. So everything's taller than 1 wall high, which is really annoying. So you have to build 2 tiles, 2 walls to make it all right again. Now that means I'll be going around with all these gaps and putting 2 walls between them all. And these pillars just give you nice, solid looking corners to your build. It just looks a lot better. So we'll crack on in the rain. I was wondering how long the stone would last us. And it's not going to last us very long at all. We're already cracked through all of that and on our last row. It's not even a full row. But we've got 48 walls because, again, I did some quick maths and thought 48 sounds about right. Problem is I can't move with 48. So let's half that and get this first level in. I'm hoping this is the right amount. I guess we'll find out. Now I'm going to put walls in all the way around. Even if they're going to change out for doors or windows later, just to get them in place. It's easier to swap them out. And you'll notice when there's a foundation there, like a fence foundation, I make sure that the wall snaps on the outside of it. You shouldn't see the fence foundation through like that. That's wrong. And that'll make sure that everything's lined up and in the correct place, especially when you start moving up to the top floor. That's the one, I think. Nope, that seems really suspiciously out of place. Let's try again. This one's been a little tinker. There we go. Lovely. Those ones just fall in line because there's nothing to interfere. No extra snap points. Just got to be careful of these ones here. Was my quick maths any good? It's not looking too bad at the minute. But is it wrong or right? Hey, it's right. I can do maths after all. Here's me doubting myself. I'm actually a fantastic mathematician. Right, let's get this next layer on. Just go all the way around the same way. Notice I've stood back a little bit. It makes it easier just to get that angle and see what I'm doing. And this is looking good. It's feeling very farmhousey just because it's made out of stone. I feel like farmhouses tend to use this kind of old-fashioned stone and cement approach. Not proper bricks. Go on, get in there. Lovely. Now, the problem is I'm going to have to do some more farming before we can continue fully with the next part of the build. And what that's going to be is getting a ceiling on this section. I like to work my way up gradually, so we've kind of got the downstairs built. And I want to put the flooring of the upstairs before I build the walls and things for that, because it gives me a platform to work off. Let's hop on the RG and get up to here. And I'm hoping I can just place the first one of these using the RG. I will be able to if I can pilot it properly like. There we go. That'll do. Can I get another one on there? Yeah, and then we'll land the RG. And I'm up there with all the ceilings and it should be good to go. Am I going to hop off the ceiling though is the question. I'm not quite far enough across, I don't think. See if we can get it. Oh, just nice one. Skills. Right then, I'm just going to pop these down. I made the same amount as we had foundations. If that's not right, I'm so confused. Because I'm sure that's how this should work. Hopefully I don't accidentally scupper this and double place one. But no, perfect. So there we go. The first floor is in place. The ground floor is complete. And this is already starting to look more like a base. Now I'm going to want some more pillars. But at this point, I need less. Because I'm not going to put these extension bits higher than 2. That's them at their height. This here though, I'm going to take up to 3 tiles high. And in fact, 4 tiles high in the middle. So I'm going to need a few more of these. I'll get them made and we'll pop them in place and get finished with the shell of this build. That's 20 more pillars. I'm hoping it's enough. I kind of envisaged things in my mind and 20 seemed like the right number, and 20 is also a nice even number, so we're going with it. I'm going to want one high extra on the outside corners, but then in the middle this is going to be higher as far as I'm aware. So at this point here I'm going to want 2 there and 2 there. Going to do the same on this side. Let's think if that's going to be how I want it. That's going to angle the roof like that, and it's going to go across this way. And then I'm going to do a pointy triangle here. And is this going to have a wall? Yeah, it is. So that will want to be like so there, and probably the same on the back. And then why have I got these extra ones? I did more. Maybe I didn't need more. Maybe that's it. Am I thinking I was going to go extra high here? I don't think I am. I think that's that. So 20 must just be number of the day, because I feel like I need 20 of these. Again, it could be wrong. I seem to have been wrong with the pillars, but I was imagining something a little bit more complex. Let's just pop these around. We'll get these all snapped correctly for starters. So the order I'm doing this in, if you've noticed, is pillars, walls, and then the next floor. So I'll do the same here. It's the pillars, the walls, and then I'll do the next floor, which is going to be the roof. So I'm quite happy with that. That's looking good to me. And it's these parts here which are going to be higher. So I needed extra. Now the rest I'm going to want angled, like the sloped wall pieces, to carry the roof, and even to create a pointy triangle at this end. I might do the same this end, why not? You know, no harm, it'll look pretty. My god, I had to go out farming again. But I've got the bits crafted, and it looks like we're going to get them in just in time. Now I've done 6, I needed 4 to do the sides, but I also needed some for the front and back that I forgot about. So we'll put those up there to create that angle. Flip and do the other side before we swap out. And then the front and the back. Yep, perfect. 6 is the one. Oh, it's just got dark. We can still see enough to do this though, right? Of course we can. There's the nighttime alarm. Just finish that off. And I guess we pick up in the morning, putting on the roof. It's not morning yet, and I'm stood in a huge piece of mammoth poo. But there's something else we need to unlock, and that is the sloped stone roof. And I think I'm going to need, we'll say 20 of these. I'll work it out and I'll get them crafted up, don't you worry. Let's get back on the RG. You won't even believe us. I'm not even joking when I say I think it's 20 roofs that were needed. I was just pulling that number out because that's the number we're joking about. But 20 is actually the correct answer. So I'm just going to run these from this side out into the middle when they snap in the right place. And I'm going to do the same from this side because then I get the same overlap over the outside walls, which is what I want. And then I'm going to do the same on this side, but we should get the RG out first. Thing is, am I going to be able to get out? Guess I can break a wall. Not ideal, but we'll just, well, I didn't want you to park down there. I'm pushing it up on the roof because that's where I want you to land. Same old story like. And then these ones will be going over there like that to create that pointy triangle in the roof like I was saying, but I'm not going to do that yet. I want to do some work on the inside. I find intersecting roofs can cause some trouble and make things really, really messy on the inside of a build if you're not careful. So there's the main part of the roof and we've got the other bits ready. I just realised I haven't done the roofs down there. Land please. Hey, first time. So I'm back on the roof. And I'm wondering if I can do this from up here just to save time, make life easier. Go on, game. There we go. There's that one. We'll get the other side in. Do I need to go further over? Go on, go on. There's no reason why you shouldn't reach. Hey! Let's do this side as well. Look at me being lazy. And it's actually paying off. There's that one. And look at all these pointy triangular roofs we're getting, just like we wanted. There we go. And I wonder if I can do the actual ceilings from here as well. It seems unlikely, but it's not. Look at that. This is nice. In fact, that's easier to do. Now, why have I run out? No, I haven't. It's just not snapping. Cycle snap points. There we go. Looking dandy. Our farmhouse is coming along proper nicely. And I'm happy about that. I mean, I hope it looks decent. That's something I need to consider. Let's have a pop down and just check it out, see what it looks like. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm liking it. It's all right. Now then, I've also crafted one extra thing while I was crafting there, because I was thinking, how on earth am I going to get in and out of here without a door? So I've made a door. Let's break this. Doesn't seem to want to replace it. And we'll get in here and we'll make sure that's snapped to this foundation. Lovely. And we'll pop a door in. There we go. We can use our house here as the downstairs. Looking dapper, if I say so myself. And we need to work out how we're going to get upstairs. Usually using stairs. But where will they go? Now, this has got a nice view on the other side of this wall. So I'll probably want to put windows in here. So maybe the staircase has to go this side. I've put the door this side. So I feel like it needs to be this side of this side. Yeah, this side. So let's work out where this ceiling needs to break and jump up. We're going to want that piece out, because we might have to build a wall here and put the first staircase here. Put the landing here. And build up onto that piece up there. And this is why I didn't want to do the intersecting walls until I knew exactly how things were going to be inside. So I can keep an eye on whether they're messing everything up. So I want 2 walls here. Should I do the same that side? So 4 walls. Going to want 2 stairs and a ceiling. Just to get this underway. Get the ball rolling. I've made some walls here. We made 4 to pop in here. Just to finish that area off. I don't want that one flipped the opposite way, have we? Come on. Want this to look right. Want this to look good. Not spending all this time for it to be a mess. And also 2 here. And I feel like I'll probably fill these in as well and put a door in. But for now, that lets us see through. And I've just noticed that if I'm going to want to put stairs here, I'll probably want pillars where these are going to go. And I've realised I'm not going to be able to run them here because they'd have to go all the way to the top. And I'm trying to work out if that matters. Am I going to be upset if there isn't a pillar there going all the way up to match the other ones? And I think I will be. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of demo work, get this front down, pop the pillar in up until that angled ceiling. So let's get started. Just to show you, you know, pop these out, pop the door out. Oh damn it, that's wasted a lot of stone. I wanted to do that, but then I'm just thinking I should have maybe started at the top. But this should allow us to pop these pillars in here, just to make sure everything looks right. And then I can snap one forward from there, because the staircase is going to go in here. And I need 1, 2, 3 more pillars, and that looks quite nice, to be honest. I have no idea what I've got here, or if it's enough, or if it's the right things. We're going to try and find out. So first off, I want a pillar there and a pillar there. And I'm going to have to take these down, which is so annoying because I just put them up. I need to get this pillar in. So let's pop that there. You'll notice they're trying to snap to the snap point above. Can I get this on that pillar? I do want that to go up. Is it not going to work? Nope, it's going to be weird. Oh, there we go. I've just got to look down a little bit. But let's get them walls back in for now. They should be facing this way. I should do the pillar on the other side as well so it all matches up. I'm going to. You've got to have it looking tidy. There's no point putting the effort in if you're not going to make sure it looks tidy. Let's pop these pillars in place, starting with this section here. Purely because... No! I was going to say purely because it means I'm up to date on either side of the base, and now I'm going to have to go and make another pillar more than likely because of that. Hang on. This side's meant to be a door, isn't it? We'll crack on and we'll see what happens. But I think I'm going to have to make another pillar. Right, they go there. I need a door frame, snap to this foundation there. Pop a wall on top of that. And then the door can go in. And we've got that room closed off. Tidy, tidy, nice. Right, we'll do the same this side just to finish this off. I've got the door frame. Make sure it's snapped to this foundation. Pop this in up here. And then pop the door in below. If it's right, it'll open inwards. Hey, there we go. So that's nice. It's going to open in front of the staircase, but what can you do? Let's get this in position. No, that's not where I had you. Please go where I'd like you to go. Just be nice. ARK. This is why I like to do the pillars first as well, when there's nothing above it, but I didn't think about needing a staircase. It's kind of obvious when you think about it, but I didn't think about it. So we need one more, like I said. For now, though, let's just check we're doing okay with everything else. And pop these in here. I can pop this one down. And I can pop this one down. But until I get that other pillar, we're stuck to there. Hopefully, that allows us to finish off the staircase. Or at least the place it's going to be contained. I know I'm going to need a ceiling there. And then I know I'm going to need a ceiling just tucked in there. And then the stairs, which I had to unlock and craft, should snap in here. No. Yes. And also here. But I need to get that wall back in. Stairs don't like snapping into walls. So we do need 2 more walls, which I must have anticipated because I've got walls here. In fact, I've got that whole row there. Wow, I must have been thinking. Don't know what I thought about this side, just leaving that side. So now we can pop these stairs in and we can get up to the next floor. Lovely. So I'm going to need a door and a door frame. Do I have it? Hey, I do. I just, for some reason, didn't bother doing the 2 walls that need to go above, which is odd. Oh, damn it. I'm not happy with that. I've lined that up from the wrong side. Can I find the pillar? Well, not the pillar, the door frame through the pillar. Nah. Oh, what an idiot. I'll be back with you. Hopefully with some good news. It wasn't good news. You know that thing I said about if you don't snap the pillars to its own fence foundation, that anything snapped one you take down might all collapse? I don't want to talk about it. But we've got it fixed now. The door's facing the right way. And I'm never touching this pillar again. But as you can see, we can get up here now. And I'm ready to put this last staircase in. Bish, bash, bosh. We've now gotten upstairs and it's looking tidy. So we got to work out how this triangle section is going to look. And it's going to come through this ceiling to here. So I'm debating building a wall. Maybe having a little doorway here along this whole back wall to hide that and to enclose the stairs. And then on this side, I might actually get rid of that triangle and have it different and have this go out onto a balcony. I mean, I can keep the triangle, but it means I've got to build another wall here to hide it or do something, which I don't really want to do. You lose space. So I'm going to work out and make those first 2 sloped roofs. And then I'm going to want to make the balcony, which is going to be 4 ceilings. And I'm probably going to have to go for more stone because it's getting dire again. But you don't have to watch all that. Look at you. We're going in. Let's get upstairs and start sorting this stairway out so we can finish off the roof. Now, I'm going to start this side. And we should just be able to stack them. The doorway is going to want to go here. I'm not going to put a door in it. It's legit just to make it look like a nice opening and to support that above. Now these aren't going to line up properly. The way you take care of that is, if you can't snap them to the piece you want to snap them to, just pop a temporary ceiling down, snap the walls to that one to get them where you need them, so everything's lined up. In fact, they might have been doing that right because of the wall below. I might be lying, but that's what you would do if that wasn't the case. And then we need to get on the roof. So one way we can think about doing that is, do I keep the door? All the doors seem to be on this side. Downstairs it's that side as well, so we'll stick with the theme. Will that replace? It will, nice. Let's pop a door in there. And then we should be able to get this balcony sorted. Now once this is all built and I'm a little bit richer with materials again, we'll be able to add glass windows, greenhouse windows, different bits and bobs to make this look super pretty. I mean, I might even be able to do it today, depending. But it's whether I want to keep that triangle there. Do I think that looks fancy enough? Let's get on the orgy. You'll notice... I made it. These ones are missing. Due to the issue I had earlier, I realised they wouldn't be here. So I made some more. Look at me being on the ball. And then these should just pop into here. Lovely. We've got our pointy triangle back. Nice. See how that looks on the front? Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. Do I want that on the back then is the question. It does add a little something something, doesn't it? I think we should. I feel like putting these down. Oh. Don't you dare make that little weird noise at me. I feel like this is going to cause some issues inside. But maybe I just make that have a wall either side and look like a nice little feature. I might need to sort these foundations out. And I'd be happy for these all the way around to be stone. Maybe I should crack on with that before I put the pillars in. It shouldn't matter. Let's get the pillars in. Let's get the pillars in. I'm just going to put these opposite the ones that are already here to create a balcony. So I need 4 more of those. And I need a hella ton of foundations. Let's get them all made. I've crafted so many foundations that I've got a level up, which I'm happy about. But where to put it? We managed to get our way up to the 500 mark. So I feel like it's probably sensible to get a little bit more health. So let's add to that. Might get to 350 on that and use some more on maybe fortitude or something. We'll see. We'll see. Might want more weight. We'll see how it goes. Anyway. I need to see if 32 foundations is enough. I did weird maths. I basically worked out that, 24 walls and then added on the corners. So hopefully this makes sense. Damn, it's not going to, because there's that extra one there. Oh my god. It will be close enough. I hope. I mean, if my first little bit of maths work, I'll be happy enough, because then I'm not completely stupid. In fact, hang on. Is all of my maths going to work? No way. No way. Nah, I've got extra. So my maths was wrong. But it worked out. It worked out. The last little part was to pop these extra 4 pillars in here for the balcony support. And this should be looking nice. And then I guess I'm going to want railings along this bottom part so I don't fall in. I think that's probably a good shout. I haven't got any at the minute. 2 foundations extra for some reason. I wondered if I was thinking I was going to put them here as well. Maybe, because if I was doing that at the back, I might have wanted to match the front. We'll do it. We'll do it. It's no harm. That's tasty. Right then. I am going to craft some railings up and get those on. So I remembered that we only had an 8 wide row across the back here, so I crafted 10. Yeah, strange I know. But it'll all make sense, I hope. Means I can pop one there and pop one there to stop me running straight off the edge. I'll probably continue this around once I work out what I'm doing with the rest of the area. But for now, that's the main part of the exterior complete. I've just got to finish the upstairs inside roof and think about windows and doors and the likes. Right, I've decided we're getting creative and I'm going to have a look for something, see if we can get it. We can. Greenhouse walls are happening and so are greenhouse double doors. This is really going to open up the space and make things look a little bit pretty. Should we even get the greenhouse window? I don't see why not. Let's go wild. Let's get it all. It's barely daytime, but I can't contain my excitement. I don't know what it was. Something came over us in the dark, and I've made all these random pieces. And I'm going to show you why. I feel like we can really improve this base with just a few simple changes. I'm going to need my torch. It really is maybe a little bit too early. But early bird catches the worm. Now, first thing I've decided is I am getting rid of these. I don't feel like they're helpful to the shape of the room. And I don't feel like these really add that much to the back of the house. So we'll get rid of them. And I'm happy enough with that. Now, this is going to make this look cooler though. Greenhouse. I'm going to swap these walls out for greenhouse. And I'm also going to swap these doors out for greenhouse doors. And that's going to really open up the room, make it look nicer and feel bigger inside, but also give us that gorgeous view across the cliff. So, there we go. A nice view onto the balcony. You can't really see it because of this roof, but let's just pretend. There we go. Look, it's gorgeous. It's amazing. You just got to crouch. So that should look a little bit nicer from the outside. I'm barely moving with all this stuff I've picked up. Maybe I should just drop it. Otherwise, this is going to take forever. Now, I also actually, silly of us, decided to make these and thought, why not have some little windows either side as well? No harm. No harm. Spices things up a little bit more. Yeah, that's nice. I feel like this feels a lot nicer. Now, we're going to do something on this side downstairs as well. And I guess the plan is just to swap this all out with glass. And I think that'll look sweet. Can I put this in place of that and get another door here? I'm keeping all the doors on the left-hand side. Makes sense. That's the side cars drive on, where I come from. But look there, we've got the nice view back. Lovely. And we can get out here onto the balcony from inside and watch that steg. Lovely. So, we'll close them up. I feel like I might have liked the pillar in the centre here, but I also feel like that would restrict the view a little bit, so I'm happy enough with that. I can make do with that. And then, I guess we want to get some of the stuff on the outside as well. So, I felt like it was going to look weird sticking glass up there, especially when there's no way of seeing out of the glass because the staircase stuff's there. These rooms need some light, and instead of putting it on the same side, I thought if I put it on the opposite side, that's going to make this side of the building look good, but still provide light to the rooms that aren't attached to the main building. Well, they are attached to the main building, that aren't the main building. And I also thought, because it is a waste upstairs, but the building looks a bit bland, I'd pop the little windows in up here. I might be able to find a way of making them usable. In fact, that one there will shine over the staircase. That might actually be good. But I feel like that's looking more and more like a farmhouse. Wow, I need that torch out. That's making a huge difference. Difference. Don't forget this. So there was one last thing I thought about. See if you can guess when I start doing this. I felt like this farmhouse didn't have enough pointy triangle roofs. And since that is the point of this whole build, I felt like a porch might be nice. Yeah? Thanks. I appreciate it. You're too kind. So let's pop that there. Get the walls in. There we go. Get the door and the window in. Right, we're on to a winner now. No, we're not, man, because the game just hates us so much. There we go, dandy. Let's pop the glass in. The actual door in the door frame. But we're away. Right, let's get these on here. Come on. And get our next pointy roof in place. And there we have it. That is looking so much nicer already. I feel like I'm going to want to put railings around here, which is why I've made some. I also made some stairs to put there, because I thought that'll be cool to have it so you walk up onto the platform, onto the foundations. And it's making us want to run. Yeah, I need to put foundations in these corners here and run the railing all the way around. But I'm not going to do that today. It's just taking so long to build. But I love it. Let's have a quick little house tour, because this is sick. Welcome to my crib. You come up these stairs. We've got a doorway into the porch. And we can peep outside to see who's trying to say hello, who's knocking on my door. Could jump in here into the main room. This will probably be the main living room, main living area. You might even have a dining room table in here. Well, we can't put the table in, just not a settee and the likes. We've got the upstairs. Oh, I want one wall there. Do I have a wall on this? I don't. I just want to put a wall there to block that off. If anything, I'd rather open it from this side with a door and have like a little cupboard. But we come up the stairs here. We've got this lovely balcony with a wonderful view. Head back downstairs and we've got 2 extra little rooms. One will probably be, hang on, let us in. One will probably be like a kitchen or something. And the other, who knows, could be anything really. I might swap the door on this side to this one, because then I can use that wall without the glass in it. That could be problematic, that side. Walking in and having things in front of there might not be ideal. I'll figure that out though. I'll get everything nice and tidy. You can go out this door and onto, I guess, the lower balcony. And have a lovely view of all of the fog, because it's always foggy here. And I think that's it. I think that's the base built. Like I say, needs a little bit of tidying up. There's a few little fancy things we can do in the future to make it look even nicer. But that is where I'm going to call the episode, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've maybe learned something or taken something away from it. If you have, please remember to like, subscribe and ring the notification bell. Helps me out hugely. It really does mean a lot, so thank you. Other than that, check out the links in the description below. And until next time, take care and I'll catch you later. Cheerio.